So give us the overview of this 23 class. Where is it going? What's the momentum? What are you hearing from guys? What's your excitement for it?
23 class is huge. I mean, with Oregon, they have the power to get anybody. Tony Mitchell, Kyler Casper, you know, LT. We're working on trying to, build in a whole recognition, a big powerhouse program, and that's the plan at the end of the day.
You're in a unique spot with your dad. How much does he kind of talk to you about recruiting and say, hey, we like these guys a lot, work on them?
He's big on who he wants, and he's big on, really trying to go get them. He wants the top guys, like Justin Rhett, like I said, Tony Mitchell. He wants to go and really try to go pursue those guys, and he's going to do what he, has to do to talk to him and try to get him over to Oregon. But I try to help out any way possible because he can't do everything. So I try to step in when he can and try to help out.
How special is it to get to play with him or play for him,
Yes,
play
sir.
with him?
I mean, playing with Coach Lanning in general is just an unbelievable experience. It's a dream come true. Coach Lanning is a great guy, and the whole staff is willing to try to take any added anything as possible. They really try to build on what they have, and it's the biggest thing to me. They're never content, and that's what really stands out to us.
But to have your dad on staff is pretty cool.
Yes, sir. I mean, having him on staff is amazing. I mean, he hasn't really got the chance to coach me because he's always been in and out of schools and stuff. But now me being able to go and play under him is going to be a dream come true. It's a blessing in disguise. I mean, everything worked out perfectly, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
It was an extra wrinkle in your recruitment because you had to kind of wait and see where he went and consider that factor.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like, waiting to see where he was going to end up this offseason?
I was planning to make my decision, on the first, regardless of coming into 2022. Wanted to have my decision locked in and help try to recruit a class, and really wherever I went, try to build something that a national powerhouse, and help out anywhere I could. But with him going to Oregon right before commitment day was something that was awesome, and it felt 1,000% right.
Do you recall when he told you he was taking that job?
Sorry?
Do you recall when he told you he was taking the job?
Yeah, it was as soon as he got it, really, because he didn't really tell me as soon as he was already in conversation with them, but he wanted to tell me and kind of shock me and surprise me. So when he did tell me, I was ecstatic. It was probably I want to say right before it was announced, probably a day before it was announced, he told me, and it shocked me, and I was extremely excited, and I couldn't have wanted it any other way.
And did you know right then that you were going to follow there too, or was there more decisions to be made?
I was already following towards Oregon with Coach Lanning over there. Coach Lanning's a great guy, so be able to play for him and build a relationship with him more than I already had was something that I already wanted to do. And then with my dad coming in, was like the icing on top. I had to go in and make that 100%.
In the time you've gotten to know Coach Lanning, what stands out to you about his vibe, his personality?
A great guy, a genuine guy, great energy. I mean, those first things that pop into my head when I think of him. He's a humble guy, and he really wants success for others more than he wants it for himself, and it's really huge.
What excites you about the defense, the defensive scheme, everything you're coming into?
Georgia's scheme they had on defense last year was something that stood out. That was huge. I mean, Coach Lanning ran that whole defense. So, them being national champions and them having the year they had with the defense they had, it just shows the possibilities that he can bring to Oregon, and I'm extremely excited. I can't wait to dive into it.
So lastly, you mentioned Justin Rhett earlier. You think
Yes,
you have a chance to flip him? And
yes, sir. I mean, we're trying to. I love Justin Rhett. That's like my bro. I talk to him all the time, and not probably won't be able to flip, but even if we do get the chance to, it'd be kind of awesome. But other than that, he's just a great guy, and a great personality. So being able to talk to him and try to build a bond with him would be really cool. But yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Exactly. We'll see what happens. Exactly.
Great stuff, Cole. Thank you.
Yes, sir.